Hey folks, Jeff here with One Fish, Two Fish. Today's video is going to be a two-part video. I've got a little bit of an update just to show you some fish that we got in last night. We've got in something actually we've been waiting about 6 months that we've been looking for. We finally got in today. The second part I'm going to show you is just a little bit of the behind the scenes of our freshwater setup. Just kind of how we have our top-offs, how we have our solar system running. It's 168 tanks and we're very lazy, so we kind of set it up as kind of self-sustaining as we could. So anyway, just give you a quick little look here. Here is some of the new fish we got in last night. We've got a powder blue tang here. These guys are really nice, very pretty fish. Now we got a lemon peel angel that just came in. Just a bunch of schooling fish in there, some Banggai cardinals, some firefish. We've got these guys, gold rim tangs, very pretty fish. They actually look a lot like a powder brown, but I find they're just not as sick. They're not as susceptible to ick, I find. And then we've got the cutest little puffers that you've ever seen. You can just barely see them on the video. They're the size of a quarter. There is literally nothing to them. They came in last night in the bags. I couldn't believe how small they were, but very, very pretty fish. We've got a really pretty queen angel, really nice size, only maybe 3-inch. And we also got a really nice regal angel. It's actually the smallest regal angel in 5 years of buying them. It's the smallest one I've ever seen come in, by half. They usually come in about double that size. And then we just got a bunch of yellow tangs here. And the other thing I want to show you really quick are these guys, because it was one of the nicer orders that we have got. Some freshwater discus, just an assortment, which is what we usually get. Blue diamond, gold Marlboro, checkerboard, red rose. These guys came in really nice. Kind of see this checkerboard guy here is a beautiful fish. We got some tire track eels in there with them. But those guys came in really nice. You'll notice this tank is empty, which is a little bit sad. We actually finally sold the golden red-tail Asian arowana. He was one of the very first fish we ever bought. He was living in here with us for about 1.5 years, and we just sold him a couple weeks ago, so we gotta figure out something cool to put in that tank for a display. So anyway, that is a bit of the fish. I'm gonna show you the real cool fish that I had mentioned. It's been about 6 months we've been looking for. I'm going to show you that at the end of the video. He's up front. He's a little hard to video, but I'll give you an idea of what he is, and he's very cool looking. So, for our freshwater setup, this is the other thing I wanted to show you. So, for the most part, our store for the freshwater part is 20-gallon tanks. There is 120 of them. We also have some on the end, some 30 longs, and we've got a couple 75s here. And then in this back, we're actually going to change 12 of the 20-gallon tanks, and we're going to put 40 longs instead, just for things that we find do a little better, need a little more room. So, just to give you an idea of what every tank is, so we've drilled every tank. They all have a drain. You can kind of see everyone going through. And then we just use sponge filters for them, which is fine for short-term use. You know, it's good enough to hold all the fish for us. And then we have returns going to every one. So every one of the systems, twice a day, will get its own little water change. Let me see if we can get into a little video here. So you can kind of see all the piping and tubing and everything back here. So this right here is the return. This is the power head here. Or this is the sponge filter here, and then this is the drain, or the return for here. So we have here's our little watering station here. We have a 1,000-gallon a day RO system, and then we have a big monster 300-gallon jug reservoir for it, so it fills that up. So we have 300 gallons on hand at any time. And you can actually, that noise that you can hear running, it's filling it all up. And then we have all the tubing all running up through you can kind of see a little bit here where we're just changing some tile around. All the tubing runs up through the wall, and then it all comes down to every one of the tanks with a little drain, with a little return there to fill it up, and then a drain with each tank. So every day, twice a day, it'll get I believe it's about 3 gallons that it does. And then on one wall we do a little bit more, just for fish that need a little bit more water change. Any of the live bears we try to do, we try to give them a little extra love, a little dirty. There's a lot of them usually in a tank. Guppies, mollies, platies, anything like that. We try to put a little extra, maybe 2 gallons every day. And then anytime we bring in new fish, we always do big water changes for about a week. Anytime a new order will come in, we'll do usually 50 out of every tank. Make sure there's nothing on the bottom. Just try to keep them as healthy and as happy as we can. So the other 2 things I'm going to show you up here, and if there's anything else you're curious about, how we kind of have the setup, we have every tank in the store plumbed. It fills every tank. There's not a tank in the store that we actually have to physically fill up by ourselves. They'll all fill up automatically, which is great. So if there's anything else you want to see, and idea of how we have anything set up, certainly let us know, and we'll try to update a video for it and show a little bit of it. So this is the other 2 very cool fish I wanted to show you. Hopefully I'll get a decent shot of them. So you will remember this guy, my big queen angel. We still have him. He is actually being sold today, which kind of makes me sad. Very, very, very pretty fish. Certainly one of my favorite fish. But we did replace him with, and if you can see him, he's hiding in the rocks there. We have got an adult blueface angel. Not near the size the queen is, and probably hiding because they're not gonna, this is very short term for these guys. They're just together for the day. It's a big enough tank they would probably survive with each other, but the queen is a bit of a bully and would probably pick on him a little bit. Yeah, very hard fish to get a video of. I'm trying to show you him a little bit. See if we can move some rock around a little bit. Yeah, very hard. Anyway, that's actually not the fish I was going to show you. The guy I want to show you is this guy right here. And if you look, we had to give him an entire row to himself. And if you look here, you can't see anything in it because he is very good at hiding. So if you peek up there, you will see our octopus, who we have obviously named Hank. Let me see if I can. So this guy, this is the only system we could put him in without custom setting something up for him, which we are going to do. These guys are notorious to get out of tanks by themselves. They'll push lids off. They'll sit through very, very tiny holes. So he has basically this entire section to himself. We're going to move some food around too. These guys are notoriously smart. So we're going to put food in different cubes and just see how long it actually takes them to get it. And then they all have tops, and we just have some rocks sitting on it so that he can't get past them. But there he is up there. He's about the size of your hand, if you have your hand spread right out. Came in very, very nice last night. He was very active. He was sucking on my hand as soon as he got in. He was running around the bag. We put him in. We've actually got to put some stuff in this today just to give him some more hiding spots, just so he can feel a little bit more safe. The salinity is a little bit higher on this tank. We have it at 1.26. The octopus we find like a little bit higher of salinity than we would normally keep our fish system. But like I said, this is, other than a couple clownfish, which will be fine at 126, that's all that's in here is just this guy. But I will do another update video of this fellow once we actually set him up his house with his hiding spots. We're going to try to build him a little kind of maze that he can go through. Some of the videos you can see on these guys are just incredible how smart they are. So we are going to see if we can stimulate his little brain for him as much as possible. So anyway, that is Hank. So that is it for today. Again, anything you're interested in seeing, make a post below. And as soon as we get the tank set up for him, we'll post a video in the next couple weeks and